This video is called "A Solution is Better Than No Solution." As in, I've found a solution, a trivial solution, but you haven't found an alternative one. So what should we use? Okay? If I was to ask you, what's the square root of 4? There's two answers to this. There's 2, because 2 times 2 is 4. That's one solution, 2. There's another solution, minus 2 times minus 2 is 4. I know, but that's the generally accepted view. So if I found 2 and you hadn't found minus 2, but 2 is the only one we had, should we just not solve the square root of 4 because you don't like the fact that we're using 2? You see? So if we have a problem and then you tell me the solution I found is not the only one, but I've found a solution and you're not offering an alternative solution, yeah? Should I not use my solution because you don't like my solution? And yet you know that is a possible solution. Okay? The question of the universe, the initial act, the initial cause, because everything's cause and effect, the initial cause, the initial force that started the Big Bang, could it have happened without a consciousness? Yeah, without choice. Yeah. So, and we know that that's possible, that's true, but it might not be the only way it could have started. But we know that that's true. Like the number 2 times 2 equals 4. But we know that that's true, but it might not be the only one. Yeah? Then you say to me, what you're going to say to me? So I know that's true, so I can use it, and it's true, right? But you don't like it. Until you find an alternative solution, we're using that. What should we use? What should we use as people? Yeah? Should we just not solve that because you don't like the solution we found? Yeah? Until you find an alternative solution, yeah? You can't tell us not to use that solution because it's true. It might not be the only one, but it is one solution. Yeah? Even if it's not the only one, we know it's a solution. Okay? If it works, it works. It might not be the only thing that works, but if it works, it works. Yeah? So that's a rebuttal I have with atheism. But then you get into the situation of saying, so can any God work? Well, the way I answer that, if you have faith in a deity and it works for you, then use that. At the end of it all, if you had faith in the right deity, yeah, then you'd have had faith in the right deity. We won't know until we die. So you take a chance. You take a chance. You don't need to, you take a chance. If it works, it works. Yeah? So I'm from a Christian background. So my deity is kind of tied into what most Christians believe, if you really think about it, but not mainstream Christianity where you're forcing people to believe in what you believe in. Just believe in what works for you. Yeah? For me, I'm following the Almighty as Christ understood it. Yeah? And hopefully when I die, whatever happens will happen. I haven't really thought that far. But whatever works for you, you follow that. Yeah? If in the end after we die it turns out to be the true God, then it was. If it turns out to be a false God, then it was. It's a chance you take. Yeah? Alright? But no one has a right to force anyone to believe in their God. No one has a right to force that. Yeah? A solution is a solution. You know? And that's what I wanted to add. So choice is a possible solution, yeah, to what started the Big Bang, what started it all. Yeah? It's a possible solution. Yeah? Until you find an alternative one, you can't tell us to dismiss it. We're using that one until you find one that you like. Then you can use that one. Then we'll have two solutions. I'll still be using this one because this is the one I know. Yeah? And then you can use the other one when you find it. But until you find it, I cannot start being an atheist because you haven't found a solution. I've already got one. It might be trivial, it might not be the only one, but I've got one. I know I've got one that works. That's it. I don't know why I'm sweating.